Shout out to everybody again. We are back. Hopefully everybody's coming back in. Yo, nice live. We all talked about a lot of different things. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting. Shout out to the moderators and everything. Look, so we got Joy Reid. We talked about her. She kind of been kind of losing it lately over the election results. You know, it is what it is. We heard a little bit about Melanie Trump. So I guess Jill Biden is wanting her to come to the White House to have a tea party or something like that. And then Melania is saying she doesn't want to go there because she feels like her family was violated, you know, with them going through all of their estates and trying to find information to, you know, get them caught up on charges. So, you know, I can't really be mad at her for not wanting to hang out with, with Jill Biden. I don't think anybody would want to hang out with her after that. But let's go ahead and listen to what Devory Darkins got to say about a lot of what's going on. So I think he's talking about Elon Musk. So it says left-wing media explode as Elon and Vivek prepare to dismantle the government. So basically what's going on is that there's like Elon Musk is going to be the head of let me see if I can show y'all what's going on. Because Elon ended up posting this on his Twitter. Here it is. This is a statement, and I think Devory's about to talk about this. So it says, statement from President Donald J. Trump. I am pleased to announce that the great Elon Musk, working in conjunction with American patriot Vivek, will lead the Department of Government Efficiency. Together, these two wonderful Americans will pave the way for administration to dismantle government bureaucracy, slash excess regulation, cut wasteful expenditures, and restructure federal agencies essential to the Save America movement. This will send shockwaves through the system and anyone involved in government waste, which is a lot of people, stated Mr. Musk. It will become potentially the Manhattan Project of our time. Republican politicians have dreamed about the objective of DOGE for a very long time. To drive this kind of drastic change, the Department of Government Efficiency will provide advice and guidance from outside of government and will partner with the White House and Office of Management and Budget to drive large-scale structural reform and create an entrepreneurial approach to government never seen before. I look forward to Elon and Vivek making changes to the federal bureaucracy with an eye on efficiency and at the same time make life better for all Americans. Importantly, we will drive out the massive waste and fraud which exists throughout our annual $6.5 trillion of government spending that will work together to liberate our economy and make the U.S. government accountable to we the people. Their work will conclude no later than July 4, 2026. A smaller government with more efficiency and less bureaucracy will be the perfect gift to America on the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. I am confident they will succeed. So let's listen to what Devory got to say about this.
Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, great, we're going to get to hear his voice again for however many years. They're going to lead something called the Department of Government Efficiency.
But I should note, there are still a lot of questions this hour over.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of license he got, but I can't play all that.
In charge of the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE or Dodge, you choose how you want to pronounce it, of course. And yes, the left-wing media, they are melting down, they're losing it, they are unhinged about it, and promises made, promises kept. And we know that the new drug on the street is Elon, and yes, MSDNC, they're getting high off of it. Watch this.
Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, great, we're going to get to hear his voice again for however many years till he gets fired. They're going to lead something called the Department of Government Efficiency. They're supposed to now be in charge of cutting the budget, which is normally the job of the House of Representatives. You served in the House. Doesn't the House have to be involved some way in creating a new government agency, or can Trump just whip one up on Twitter, Twitter?
No, Joy, that's right. I think Donald Trump's just handing out candy right now to his friends
Hit the like button if y'all can. The hearts would be appreciated.
and family. Congress is required to establish federal departments to define the jurisdiction, to decide how it's appointed. Presidents can certainly appoint aides and non-congressional positions, but there will not be a Department of Government Efficiency without Congress, which actually raises the question, does Congress now just rubber stamp that in one of its next appropriations bill? And here's what it's going to be. This is your Project 2025 department.
Yes.
The Department of Government Efficiency by Ramaswamy and Elon. That's your Project 2025 department. Correct. Without the bad.
The left-wing media exposes Trump officially taps Elon and Vivek.
Impressions that Heritage created during the campaign trail.
Okay, so as you guys can see, we're looking at people who are addicts, and they now are finding out a new drug called Elon, and they are getting high, right? And this whole rhetoric about Project 2025, you would think they would have learned their lesson by now, okay? America has spoken. So if America wants Project 2025, they're going to get Project 2025, if it is a real thing, by the way. But we know the purpose of Trump doing this because of fraud, waste, and abuse, okay? And so this whole technical term, well, doesn't the House have to decide on this? Listen, you guys aren't in the government right now, okay? There's a new sheriff.
Hold on. I want to show y'all what's going on. I want to hear what this borders are.
Well, Democrats are already preparing to push back on former President Trump's planned migrant deportation program. Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey is already declaring that her state will not comply.
If the Trump administration requests it, would the Massachusetts State Police assist in mass deportations?
No, absolutely not. Every tool in the toolbox has got to be used to protect our citizens, to protect our residents, and protect our states, and certainly to hold the line on democracy and the rule of law.
But the president-elect's newly named border czar, Tom Homan, says he won't be stopped by sanctuary cities or states. Watch.
And look, I've seen some of these Democratic governors say they're going to stand in the way. They're going to make it hard for us. Well, a suggestion: if you're not going to help us, get the hell out of the way, because we're going to do it. So if we can't get assistance,
the way he talks is, I love it, man.
From New York City, and we may have to double the number of agents we send to New York City, because we're going to do the job. We're going to do the job without you or with you. But
hey, I'm rocking with that, yo.
And Homan defended the president-elect's deportation plan, saying that it puts our national security first.
President Trump has made it clear we will prioritize public safety threats and national security threats first. If you're in the country illegally, you shouldn't feel comfortable. Absolutely not. I won't feel comfortable if I'm in the country illegally. You shouldn't be comfortable either, because when you enter this country illegally, you have committed a crime. You are a criminal, and you're not off the table.
I love that theme. There's been a big comfort that illegal entrants have enjoyed for quite some time now. The whole point is you shouldn't be comfortable.
I mean, isn't it amazing just to see that, just the transformation, you know, that attitude, rather than the sort of nonsense we've had for 4 years. Just a quick point on the attitude of these Democrat governors. What Orwellian doublespeak there from the governor of Massachusetts? She's like, we're going to protect our people. Excuse me, you have people who are illegally here, they shouldn't be in the first place, violent criminals, assaulting, in some cases murdering American citizens, and she's going to protect the criminals? It's just absolutely extraordinary.
And that's what's been happening for 4 years. We talked about this last week, Harris, that indeed, where was the protection? Where was that strength during the last 4 years when our American citizens have been under attack?
Well, and I would add to that, Emily, where was the compunction to use it if it even existed in the first place?
Shout out to Marcus Chapman.
I mean, where was the intestinal fortitude to look at the southern border? And by the way, we don't talk enough about the northern border, but to look at how porous our entry points on our country have been throughout this administration. Where was the intestinal fortitude to say, no, enough. We're going to do this the right way. We want legal immigrants in this country. I just...
Isn't that like really strange? Like you have to lobby to tell like the American people that, hey, we might need to close the borders up because we got people just flooding in here. It's just crazy.
Don't know. It's like she lost her voice, Kamala Harris. I'm not sure, but she was in charge. With or without the title of czar, she was the vice president who Biden picked to solve the problems on the border.
And it seems, Kaylee, that messaging, that's what the voters spoke. That message of not again, no more, and it's time to prioritize Americans, which Tom Homan will clearly drive.
Tom Homan is incredible. Tom Homan is tough, firm. He's the guy to get the job done. I'm glad he is borders are. But prepare for that man to be villainized and demonized, and Trump too, and Stephen Miller too. But here's the courage and fortitude and what they could rest upon. 54% in an Ipsos poll said they want mass deportation. Public opinion has shifted. They stand behind the plan of the Trump administration. Because why? 8 million plus legal immigrants have entered the country. 50,000 pounds of fentanyl since Biden took office. That's enough to kill every man, woman, and child multiple times over in this country. 24,000 Chinese nationals in 2023 alone crossed our border. That's why Tom Homan conveys his message with so much passion, because he has seen the risk that you all are at because of a lawless southern border. He may be villainized, but the American people are behind him.
I want to finish by introducing viewers to the two latest big appointments that Donald Trump has made for his new administration. And I want to play clips to introduce them both, because I think that says so much about the kind of administration that's going to be hitting the ground running, absolutely running. It really shows how much he means business. He's put, for the first one, Tom Homan. He's put Tom Homan in charge of his borders. The border czar is calling him, in charge of deporting potentially millions of illegal immigrants. Homan actually worked in the last Trump administration on border policy. He did not put up with hand-wringers then. And I think from this exchange, you will see the adults are back. Have a listen.
You recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is whenever U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan, with
family.
all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
She is ridiculous.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum, you go through the port of entry, do it the legal way.
So watching that, what does that tell you about Homan's appointment?
It tells me something very clear, that when Donald Trump talked about taking the border seriously, about border security, he meant it. I've known Tom a long time. This guy means business. And I think it sent a very strong signal, not only to those who are in this country illegally, but those thinking about coming to this country illegally, to stop right now dead in your tracks, because Tom Homan will not stop. He will not yield. That man is going to put the country and its safety first and foremost. This is an issue of not just a rule of law issue, but an issue of safety, to protect young women and children that are being trafficked, to prevent drugs from coming.
Yeah, it's crazy that people don't understand what is happening
into this country. And I'm telling you this right now, whoever you are, if you are thinking of coming to this country illegally, you might want to rethink your line of work, because Tom Homan and this administration are going to be tough as nails.
He was got to say shut down.
Business. It was weird. Like
all of our nation's borders, overseeing what has to be the largest deportation operation in American history. Now, Tom is an experienced, effective professional. Everyone knows he will get the job done, including the left. They are absolutely melting down over his appointment.
They are.
Joel, I see you.
I saw
MZ.
one video where someone said that,
yo, this dude's getting like millions of views. Like, Trump's new borders are
deporting that many people.
I'm looking at it's like a different video. It said Trump's guy does not mess around, and then it's on Asmongold TV. He's got 1 million views.
Will destroy our economy. I was speaking with a buddy from the gym around the time that they announced Kamala Harris was going to take Biden's place and run. And he told me the same thing. He was telling me about something that happened in Florida with the guys that were picking oranges. And like, oh, I forgot what it was. Something happened. he sent me a couple of clips of the news story, and it wasn't good. Put it that way, it wasn't good. So
yeah, if y'all hit the hearts and the likes, the confetti, all of that, like it'll help push the video.
I'd like to hear both arguments for it. Will it work? Will it not work? I'm very curious. But I guess we'll see. I guess, because I would assume a lot of
Trump to appoint former ICE director Tom Homan.
Businesses have taken,
I think it's going to work.
Advantage of the fact that there are a lot of illegal people here. So they can pay them under the table and, willing to work for less and this and that. And if you get them all out of here, could it be a hit to the workforce? Guess we'll see.
Led by the co-hosts of that hit show on ABC Disney, The View. Take a look.
I realize that when he says, yes, families can be deported together, what he is saying is that U.S.
Eve said, thug life. Shout out to Eve. Shout out to Matthew. Priest.
citizens can be deported. What he is saying, I realize that when he says, yes, families can be deported together, what he is saying is that U.S. citizens can be deported. What he is saying is,
if you want them to stay together, if you want the families to stay together, you can all leave together. I see what he's saying with that.
I mean, like if you commit a crime, you get pulled over, you commit a crime, right? And you got a kid in the car, they will separate you. Police will take custody until they can find somebody for the kid. You going to jail. I mean, they're giving y'all a warning. It's not like this is about to come out of nowhere. He's not inaugurated yet. So you guys got mad time, to figure out what you're going to do. And I'm sure y'all are finding out and hearing about this border czar. So just, get ready to go back home and come back legally.
It's like, if the parents are illegal and the child is legal, you want your child to stay with you, so you all go back together. That's, you make arrangements and you all leave together to keep the family together. I don't, it's like I said, you're doing something illegal.
So Alex,
it's like, look, when I think about this with the illegals, especially with Hispanics, it makes me think about how I grew up and more than half of the dudes I knew growing up in my city all sold drugs. It was like a family business. It was weird. A town business. It was weird. They were all doing it. I was the one doing things legal. I had a paperboy job, and then I worked at McDonald's for a little bit, worked at Wendy's, worked at Caldor.
Andy said the party's getting started.
I did a few things,
And then the real Izzy said, I just seen it today, so I'm going to just say the restitution for victims of racial discrimination is not going to be for black folks.
And I'm just like,
what do you mean?
In town, I'm sure they'll figure it out. The bottom line is what? Results matter. I don't care how we get there, just get it done. And that's what their mindset should be. But of course, that type of mindset comes from someone who has emotional intelligence and does not have a derangement syndrome as it pertains to Elon Musk or Trump, and can see what the American people have mandated Trump with. All right, so here's the official announcement, all right? Statement from President Donald J. Trump. I'm pleased to announce that the great Elon Musk, working in conjunction with American patriot Vivek Ramaswamy, will lead the Department of Government Efficiency. Together, these two wonderful Americans will pave the way for my administration to dismantle government bureaucracy, slash excess regulations, cut wasteful expenditures, and restructure federal agencies essential to the Save America movement. This will send shockwaves through the system and anyone involved in government waste, which is a lot of people, stated by Mr. Elon Musk. Now, Deranged Reed wasn't the only one who's all obsessed with Elon Musk about this. Listen to Caitlin Collins.
The pair that you see here has now been tasked with slashing regulations and restructuring government agencies. But I should note there are still a lot of questions this hour over how that's going to work, as they will not be government employees based on what we have heard and what this sounds like. and it won't actually be a government agency, which is something that would require congressional approval.
What we do know, though, is that it is fulfilling one of Donald Trump's big campaign promises, which is to put Elon Musk in charge of slashing some of this federal spending. And we know that Elon Musk has said that he wants to cut $2 trillion. Now, he has not said where that money, those cuts are going to come from. We also know Vivek Ramaswamy has been in favor of drastically slashing.
They're probably going to stop sending money overseas. They're probably going to cut Department of Education. There's probably a lot of things they're about to do.
Federal jobs. So that kind of gives you an idea, I think, of where they're going to start. But there's a lot of questions over how effective this is going to be.
Well, and also slashing federal spending. I mean, $2 trillion for everyone watching and doing the math on the back of a napkin. I mean, the federal government spent about almost $7 trillion last fiscal year, but over $5 trillion of that was for veterans benefits, Social Security, health care. I mean, if you are going to slash $2 trillion, even $1 trillion, which is what the transition has said, I mean, you would not be able to do it without touching those very critical things.
All right, so I just have this message for Caitlin Collins. All right, there's a reason why your time is coming to an end, and that network's time is coming to an end, because you guys are so focused on
the network, like their viewership is going.
How something's going to get done instead of the idea that it's going to get done, right? Who gives a shit how we get there? Let's just get there, right? Let's make an effort.
All right, bro. You getting the subscribers, Devori. You don't have to start saying bad words, bro.
Wouldn't you want your government taking it seriously when it comes to slashing the federal budget? Don't you want that? I mean, you guys sound as skeptical as you can be. You don't sound like you truly support it. You sound like you're all salty about it. You're being petty. I mean, come on, put some respect on this, for Christ's sakes. The last government administration that did something of this nature, and they didn't appoint anybody special, was Bill Clinton. So if it happened before, it can happen again. They're disgusted by this idea. But, you know, once again, they will be proven to be wrong. And I truly believe when you put someone who is the genius of our time, the Edison of our time, the Rockefeller of our time, Vivek Ramaswamy, I mean, he's a genius in his own.
Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy will lead the Department of Government Efficiency.
Great job.
That's DOGE. Doge. Now, Trump released a statement saying it will be.
Yeah, a lot of people thought it was like Dogecoin. It's Department of Government Efficiency.
Potentially the Manhattan Project of our time. The Department of Government Efficiency will provide advice and guidance from outside of the government and will partner with the White House and Office of Management and Budget to drive large-scale structural reform.
Christine Anthony said, anybody illegal is illegal. That simply put is applying the law. So what's the issue when there is so much of clarity on Trump's side? You know what's crazy? Because I'm seeing like liberals, right? They're saying, oh, well, you know, we know people that live next to us that work really hard. Like they're not legal. Like, you know, it is kind of weird, like, to take into account, okay, like, we got government structures to stop people from coming in. We should be able to travel freely and all of that. But, I mean, that would be in a perfect world. But we do live in a world where people have different cultures. And some people, you know what I mean, like, may not be meaning the America all that, that well. You know, you kind of have to vet people before they come in here. It's just what it is. Like, you know, we've got our society. We want it to run a certain way. And we want to make sure if you come into our society, you're going to know the rules of the game. You don't just want anybody just coming in here.
Form and create an entrepreneurial approach to government never seen before.
Hey, Sean Hannity.
But, like, it's so many of them that are just so clueless. Like, oh, well, they should just be able to get $1,400 a month for food and, like... $350 a week for food Eric Adams was giving them. Mayor Eric Adams, this is crazy, bro. And we got to work for food. And it's like, y'all just want people to come over here and get everything. They're already sending our tax money overseas. So now you want people to come here and get anything and everything. And you get nothing. Like, people are so used to getting nothing. It's literal insanity. Like, you even see it, like, with different products, right? let's just say there's like a faulty product that they've got a recall on because a lot of people are having problems with it, right? They may have a forum saying, oh, I've got a problem with me. You have like 20 people like, I have no problem with mine. What's the big deal? The big deal is there's problems. That's why they had to recall it. Lose the Stockholm Syndrome with their broken product. Like one of the, shout out to Elon Musk, right? So I got 2 Teslas, right? One of the Teslas that I have is a Model Y. Mad problems with it, right? I've had like crazy like I had to take it to the dealership like 25 times for them to fix like just about everything that's wrong with it. It's got one little problem left, but just constantly take it to the dealership to get it fixed. Bro, I would be sitting there with like Elon Musk stands telling me like I'm in a service department, mind you. I'm not even in a regular, you know what I'm saying? This is a service department, so everybody getting something done to their car, right? And they'd be like, oh, you know, I asked like, yo, what are you here for? Oh, my bumper's falling off. I'm like, oh, your bumper's falling off? Like, so how do you like the car? Oh, it's been perfect. It's been perfect with the bumper falling off? Like, oh yeah. Like, do you know your bumper's falling off? That's why you're here? Yeah. Like, I mean, other than that, it's been perfect. You see him get in the car, the pillars coming off of the car. Like, it's like people like they don't. Not every Tesla's like that, but it's like, it just to give you like an idea. I would see people like coming in there, right? Like when I would have different service, the car's like squealing and acting crazy. And I'd be like, oh, how do you like your car? Oh, well, no problems. The car is great. Elon Musk is great. I'm like, but why are you here if your car has no problem? Oh, well, it's just, you know, just got a couple issues. How many times you been here? About 5 times this year. You don't think that's abnormal? Like, no, it's fine. It's, you know, I mean, it's different, but it's like, yo, we got legal people coming in here. You don't think that's a problem? No. What about all the people that got unalived from all the illegal people coming here? Oh, well, it didn't happen to me. Freedom. Like, oh, okay. What about all the people that's getting like R word at the border? Like 50% of women getting like stuff taken from them at the border. Oh, well, you know, they should still be able to come here. Like, it's like, what? You don't want them coming over here legally? Like the mind of people is just literally insane, bro.
At the bottom. Rather than indoctrinate.
People like literally fight against it. Like even with somebody said new technology would always have glitches. Even with the Kamala Harris like administration, right? I literally would sit down and show somebody all the videos of them saying that they want to go after, they want censorship, right? Even The View, people that watch The View will be like, yo, do you know that they want censorship? Look at this video, look at that video. I mean, social media should be regulated. Like, do you know what they doing? Like people will literally argue against their interests. It's crazy to even think of like the amount of people that voted for Kamala. Like when you see like she's literally taking your campaign money and spending it on celebrities. People are like interesting.
Young people with inappropriate.
And then Cardell Horton said, real talk, it's good to see you doing something else besides battle rap. Milford said, Gadget said, Rep got the Congress. And then Kyle Bluey said, new technology would always have its glitches. Virginia said, Trump is not allowed to create a new department. Only Congress can do that. And then Isaac said, sorry, not sorry. And then Kyle Bluey said, we welcome in illegals via paperwork.
Appropriate racial, sexual, and political material, which is what we're doing now. Our schools must be totally refocused to prepare our children to succeed in the world of work and in life and the world of keeping our country strong so they can grow up to be happy, prosperous, and independent citizens. We owe our children great schools that lead to great jobs. And
I just seen somebody say something and I want to show this, right? Because I do read my chat unlike everybody else. Republicans inch closer to U.S. House majority, full control of Congress. Oh, wow. U.S. President-elect Donald Trump's Republicans on Tuesday inched closer to winning a majority in the House of Representatives, and with it, full control of Congress, which would give Trump power to advance his agenda when he returns to the White House in January. Edison Research projected Republicans had won one more race, giving them at least 216 seats in striking distance of the 218 needed for the majority. Democrats have won 207 seats and 12 races remain uncalled. And then on Tuesday, Republican Representative David and Democratic Representative Mike, both of California, were reelected. Edison Research projected Republicans have already secured a majority of at least 52 seats in the 100-member U.S. Senate, with no winner yet projected by Edison in Pennsylvania. The Associated Press and some other U.S. media outlets last week projected Republican David had beaten Democratic incumbent Bob Casey in Pennsylvania. Interesting.
Leads to an even greater country that we're living in right now. Right now, we're living in a failing nation because of Joe Biden and these people running it. They're Marxists, they're communists. What they're doing to our country is incredible, but we'll take care of that for our children. Here are 10 key ideas that will power our movement for great schools. First, we will respect the right of parents to control the education of their children. Second, we will empower parents and local school board to hire and reward great principals and teachers, and also to fire the poor ones, the one whose performance is unsatisfactory. They will be fired. Like on The Apprentice, you're fired.
I like that.
Third, we will ensure our classrooms are focused not on political indoctrination, but on teaching the knowledge and skills needed to succeed. Reading, writing, math, science, arithmetic, and other truly useful subjects. Fourth, we will teach students to love their country, not to hate their country like they're taught right now. Fifth, we will support bringing back prayer to our schools. Sixth, we will achieve schools that are safe, secure, and drug-free, with immediate expulsion for any student who harms a teacher or another student.
Damn.
Seventh, we will...
Yeah, that's fire. Because these kids are out of control.
Will give all parents the right to choose another school for their children.
Imagine if these parents knew, like, yo, if your kid do something crazy and they end up like hitting a teacher, they're expelled. Like, people gonna really get onto their kids, you know. So, but sometimes you can do anything and everything for your kid, and they end up like doing the wrong thing, you know. So I don't know, we'll see. But shout out to him for that, like standing up for the teachers. The teachers, have y'all seen on Facebook and Twitter, like, these students talking to teachers any kind of way, putting their hands on teachers? Like, I see, like, I don't know, like, why it like at times pop up on my For You page, but I'm like, yo, this is crazy. This is literal insanity that this happens.
If they want, it's called school choice. Eighth, we will ensure students have access to project-based learning experiences inside the classroom to help train them for meaningful work outside the classroom. Ninth, we will strive to give all students access to internships and work experiences that can set them on a path to their first job. They're going to be very, very successful. I want them to be more successful than Trump. Let them go out and be more successful. I will be the happiest person in the world. But we want our children to have a great life and be successful. And 10th, we will ensure that all schools provide excellent jobs and career counseling so that high school and college students can get a head start on jobs and careers best suited to their God-given talents. This is how we will ensure a great education for every American child. And one other thing I'll be doing very early in the administration is closing up the Department of Education in Washington, D.C., and sending all education and education work and needs back to the states. We want them to run the education of our children because they'll do a much better job of it. You can't do worse. We spend more money per pupil by 3 times than any other nation, and yet we're absolutely at the bottom. We're one of the worst. So you can't do worse. We're going to end education coming out of Washington, D.C. We're going to close it up. all those buildings all over the place, and you have people that in many cases hate our children. We're going to send it all back to the states. Thank you very much.
Damn. That boy don't play.
Tuition costs at colleges and universities have been exploding, and I mean absolutely exploding, while academics have been obsessed with indoctrinating America's youth. The time has come to reclaim our once great educational institutions from the radical left, and we will do that. Our secret weapon will be the college accreditation system. It's called accreditation for a reason. The accreditors are supposed to ensure that schools are not ripping off students and taxpayers, but they have failed totally. When I return to the White House, I will fire the radical left accreditors that have allowed our colleges to become dominated by Marxists.
What y'all think about this? Somebody said, learn how to build your credit and invest. Gates said, in the days kids were scared of their parents and they wouldn't act bad in school. But, you know, they don't want you to discipline them. Like, it's like so weird, man. Like, country is so weird. Life said, yeah, he needs to ban gender studies as a major. Yo, they got that as a major?
Maniacs and lunatics. We will then accept applications for new accreditors who will impose real standards on colleges once again and once and for all. These standards will include defending the American tradition and Western civilization.
Yo, you right. That's crazy. What?
Protecting free speech, eliminating wasteful administrative positions that drive up costs incredibly.
You know what they're doing, right? I think they're trying to put like silly stuff into the curriculum to like further, because you know you only got so much time like in middle school, high school, and then you're an adult, right? I think they're trying to take away like things that people used to learn and just replace it with like silly things. And so you really are super unprepared when you get out into the workforce. There's no reason why we should, like, I already had a problem like with gym. It's like, okay, we learning about gym. Like, shouldn't we be learning about taxes and all? Gym, art, like art is, you know what I mean? But I don't know, bro. Like, they're just wasting time is what I feel like.
Removing.
So I'm interested to see what he's going to do with the Department of Education. It seems like he's giving it back to the states, you know, but the kids aren't as smart as kids were in the 90s, I don't feel like.
All Marxist diversity, equity, and inclusion bureaucrats offering options for accelerated and low-cost degrees, providing meaningful job placement and career services, and implementing college entrance and exit exams to prove that students are actually learning and getting their money's worth. Furthermore, I will direct the Department of Justice to pursue federal civil rights cases against schools that continue to engage in racial discrimination and schools that persist in explicit unlawful discrimination under the guise of equity will not only have their endowments taxed, but through budget reconciliation, I will advance a measure to have them fined up to the entire amount of their endowment.
Damn.
A portion.
I like that. What y'all think? I like that. And Life is Good said Uber has our kids not wanting licenses. Yo, what? And then Brayden Newen said he taught us how to write checks, how to deposit checks, where we can deposit checks, etc. He gave us very valuable information. Michelle said, would you have a problem with I can't read that on here. Jeff said, when you're a kid, you don't know what you want and who you are. Discriminate. What? Teach the fact and let them make up their own minds. Yeah, exactly. And all these predatory doctors, I'm glad he's going to do something about that. Marlene says we divide class times equally and classes time should be adequate based on importance. Example, 20 minutes for gym and 30 to 40 minutes on other extensive materials. Mike said, art is important. Everyone needs to be in touch with their creative side. This opens doors in the mind. Yeah, I mean, art, yeah, I can, you can argue that. Joshua said, there is so much filler in these schools. They have our children for over 8 hours. If they do extracurricular activities or ride the bus. Jeff said, sorry about my spell check. It's late. I'm worked 12 hours already.
Of the seized funds will then
That be the reason, like, I'll be trying to, like, not you, but like I'll be looking and, I don't see periods and, commas and stuff like that. So it's like hard to read some of this stuff.
be used as restitution for victims of these illegal and unjust policies that hurt our country so badly. Colleges have gotten hundreds of billions of dollars from hardworking taxpayers, and now we are going to get this anti-American insanity.
Isn't that crazy though? Like the endowments and all of this, and it's like they keep making college more and more unaffordable, but they're getting all of this government money. Like, this is insane, man. Like, this is what happens when you feed the beast. Like, you need people like Elon Musk to go in here and be like, nope, there's too much bloat. This is not working for the people. Let's get rid of it. I'm not opposed to that. And given, letting the states control their education. All right. You think this state has a better education system than this state? Let's go to this state. Some people, oh, well, what if you can't move to another state? Well, get another job and then move your kids to that state that has the better education system. Because the federal way of doing it is not working. Life is Good said, honestly, there should be a class teaching real social skills on how to do well in an interview and prepare yourself for a job. And then Brayton Newton said, he taught us about trust funds and retirement plans and what a 401k was. Michelle said, Brandon, I have a 3-party post dated out of state check. Can you cash it for me?
Out of our institution.
Oprah and Kamala, you get a S change. You get a S change, and it's free.
Once and for all, we are going to have real education in America.
Jojo said, learning real world skills should be focused like taxes.
Thank you.
That's very interesting.
He could. Will then be used as restitution for victims of these illegal and unjust policies that hurt our country so badly.
Gadget Fix Pro with the $1 like. I appreciate you. Thanks for sponsoring this.
Colleges have gotten
That's why I do it. I appreciate you.
Hundreds of billions of dollars from hardworking taxpayers, and now we are going to get this anti-American insanity out of our institutions once and for all.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't really agree with like super indoctrinating kids and stuff like that, but like having an anti-American education system is ridiculous.
Going to have real education in America. Thank you.
That's very interesting.
He could.
I think both of those points are very interesting. I'd like to see how that's going to shake out.
I met a guy from Germany, man. He was on the cross country team with me, man. He said, I've actually never seen. I guess he was basically saying Americans were dumb, bro.
Yeah, people say that all the time.
He was like, I mean, the math that I learned in college, I learned it in the 8th grade.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I said, bro, you're really going to make me feel that stupid, bro?
That's crazy.
Well, I don't give a damn.
Yeah, but you end up here like playing video games and stuff like that with different people from different countries. They tell you how they think about Americans. Like a lot of us can barely speak proper sentences without saying 3 or 4 swear words. You ever like just talk to somebody and you're like, oh God, mother, like, people can't even speak anymore. It's ridiculous.
That was crazy. Yeah, he said to find them for their endowment. Some schools have like $100 billion of endowment.
So what is endowment?
It's like how much the school's worth, isn't it? Pretty sure that's what it is. I don't know what it is.
He's going to go as far as finding people for the DEI. Like if you try to do something DEI at the school.
I don't know. I think it's like...
That's what he basically said, bro. He said if you do DEI enrollment, that's a problem.
Well, it's illegal now because we did away with affirmative action.
It says...
I guess that is illegal.
Endowments are established when the donor specifies...
So
it's the total value of the assets.
So the donor's money.
It says, and endowments are funds or assets donated to universities to provide ongoing financial support. These assets are typically invested, and the returns are used to fulfill the organization's mission or support specific programs in perpetuity.
Let's see. What is it?
Because they're saying the donors are running it basically.
The school?
Let's see what Louisiana's endowment is.
That's what the culture we're having at this school is what the donor likes.
Mm-hmm. That's what it looked like.
Jojo, what is you doing? Get back here.
With their money makeup too.
Yeah.
It says University of Louisiana, where we went to school, has a $232 million endowment.
Marlene said, these boys prove what his German said. Don't know what endowments are. Yo, be nice, Marlene.
Wow, man. That
Football
hey,
stadiums at least.
that
like
is
half of
needed, bro. That is literally pure indoctrination. Oh, well, whatever this rich guy wants is how the school how the school's gonna be ran. Oh, we don't like Trump. Oh, we're liberal as hell.
Damn,
That's scary.
It says where I went to
See how many bad words they just said?
school in Kansas has $100 million endowment.
This is big money in school. Think about what Harvard is.
No, I know.
Think about what UCLA is.
UL made like $500 million in 1 year.
Yeah.
They just had it on record on the board.
Not even all from athletics.
What's theirs?
Harvard's endowment.
And they're not giving you any of that money to go to school for free. They just hold on to it.
$7 billion.
Damn. That's how much donors they got.
Damn.
And they pushing this extreme left stuff. All right.
Hey, man, this actually,
Trump,
bro.
hey,
people are
this is what
saying
we needed.
They're saying this might be the best president of all
Dude, that
time.
is
He took care of problems we didn't even know we had.
That's actually killing UCLA. UCLA only has $3.87 billion.
Harvard, because all that donor money.
Hold on.
That's
hold
actually
on.
kind of scary.
What's another Ivy League school?
Look what that money makeup.
That's freaking crazy.
That is
bro.
a lot of bread, bro.
That's a lot of money.
What are they doing with all that money?
Bro,
It's not all of it going
Harvard
towards-
Can't buy that many books.
It's not going
Everybody
towards-
got smart board in their dorm room.
But you know what's crazy about it? Some schools are like still, I guess they stick on like the tradition of just having like old shit.
Yeah,
man.
it says Harvard has the most.
weird.
The most.
All right, they're about to make me lose my monetization. All of these smart words that they're using. Jesus. Like, y'all, shout out to y'all, man. Y'all got, I don't know why they do that, man. Like, and then, you know, YouTube is the type of platform, you can't just sit there and say a bunch of bad words. You get limited to monetization. And the type of views these guys are getting, like, why would you even risk it? Like, saying bad words. Just use words, man. Regular words.
Joining me now is best-selling author of The War on the West, Douglas Murray. Douglas, we will get to Trump's red wave shortly, but let's start with President Joe Biden's performance in recent days. Here he is yesterday, dodging reporters' questions and trying to stay upright.
Mr. President, what are you going to say to Trump on Wednesday?
CNN.
Mr. President, what are you going to talk with Trump on Wednesday?
And earlier today, he was asked this reasonable question by a reporter from Israel's Channel 13. Listen to his response.
President Biden, do you think that you can get a hostage deal by the end of your term?
You think you can get hit in the head by a camera behind you?
Douglas, that's a somewhat bizarre answer to a very reasonable question. What do you make of that?
Well, I mean, you just have to remind yourself that only a few months back, the Democrats were all trying to pretend that this was a president on peak form who had another 4 and a bit years left in him. It should
Guy just said they ignorant, literally.
be a reminder. I mean, things have moved very fast in the past few months. It should be a reminder of just how foolish the Democrat Party seem to think the American public are. Why do they think that?
Then, like, YouTube, what I don't get, bro. YouTube gives you, like, they tell you, you know what I mean? Like, you can get limited monetization for saying bad words. Why do it? Why don't y'all want, like, the full monetization? Like, why? The bad words are just that important to y'all. Like, it's ridiculous.
That people couldn't see this. Why do they think that we can't see it now? Why did papers like the New York Times hide this
Make 'em feel
from
cool.
the American public? Why did Kamala Harris hide it from the American public? Why did Nancy Pelosi, Dr. Jill Biden, Chuck Schumer, and all the rest of them try to hide this from the general public? It's been excruciating in recent
I want
years.
y'all to see this. Hold on.
CNN.
I think I'm just getting old, bro. Like bad words is just, it's too silly, man.
Which I'm expecting him to do. I'm glad that he's doing. We were expecting him to do that last time. I know that it was his first time, his first rodeo, but this ain't his first rodeo, and he going off the chain.
And then Gadget said if they risk monetization because they can't articulate verbally, ignorant. I mean, you're not lying.
Then we got the mainstream media losing their hat because they been
Ghost is ridiculous. He said it's just a word to help y'all think about the next one. Like, get out of here, bro.
been hoodwinking us all this time, and now they're reaping what they sowed. That's the whole concept. Last Sunday, Pastor talked about this, reaping what you sow. And I did a live stream video on my Instagram account, and I mentioned the same thing that Pastor talked about, and he didn't tell me he was going to preach on that. You reap what you sow. These people have been sowing discourse for the last, 4 or 5 or more, and now they're reaping what they sow. Why do you say that, Mr. Tatum? I'm going to go to some stats. It's not going to pop up on the screen right now because we're doing it live and I had to jump on this real quick. But I'm going to read some stats. This is a
on Trap Rex, that was hilarious. The whole interview, we need politicians like him and Trump who are normal people. They won because they were more relatable.
Article written by Outkick, and it says MSNBC and CNN ratings tank after Trump's steamrolls Kamala Harris in the election. And I'm just gonna give you a couple numbers. MSNBC declined 23%.
Yeah, hit the likes. They're trying to slow the video down. We got to push through all of this. This video's got 59,000 views. Like, try to hit the hearts and all of that. And I get it, man. It's a lot of entertainment news going on right now. But
CNN down 40%.
Hit the likes right now. I gotta say it again. Doug Life. Double tap the screen. All of that. I see the emojis now. Y'all try to play. Why y'all trying to play me? Why I gotta say that? Y'all supposed to be rocking with your boy.
Primetime numbers are even worse. CNN saw a 30% decline. MSNBC saw
all right, we had 60,000 views. Shout out to y'all, man. Keep hitting that. Go crazy on the hearts. Go crazy. The 100s. Subscribe to.
President at 54% decline. MSNBC host Alex Wagner had her lowest rating show ever in terms of total views, while Chris Hayes' show brought his numbers down to the worst it has been since 2016. Meanwhile, Fox News, in comparison, averaged 2.6 million views, 60% in.
Don't talk back to me, Harold Owens. Don't talk. Hit the likes. Shout out to Gadget Fix, bro.
Increase from 2023. Why is that? Why are people not? That's one of the things that conservatives kind of got caught up with, even myself included, is that we were watching them just lie every single day on television.
So when they went to the Capitol and they were breaking into the Capitol, smashing windows, injuring police officers, why did it take you 3 hours to tell them to go home?
I don't believe it did. Oh, let me pull it out. I have to pull it out.
And they're going to keep running with this narrative. CNN is so cap, bro. I'm glad black people are waking up. CNN is ridiculous.
So if you look at, on January 5th, the day before, I said, please support our Capitol Police and law enforcement. They are truly on the side of our country. Stay peaceful. Stay peaceful. This was the day before, and this was in the form of Twitter. Now I use Truth Social. I think it's far superior, okay? I hope everybody's on Truth. If you look January 6th, this is before 2:30. I am asking for everyone at the U.S. Capitol to remain peaceful. This is right after, as it was happening. But what happened is they took it down. I don't know why. I think they took it down because it was so good. They didn't like it being up there. I am asking for everyone.
I mean, they're laughing, but it's true. Twitter files, baby.
The U.S. Capitol to remain peaceful. No violation. We want no violation. We want no violence. Remember, we are the party of law and order. Respect the law and our great men and women in blue. Thank you. That was at 2:30.
But I want to recognize that for all the flaws of the mainstream media, and we have a lot of them, it's not just the media's fault that trust has been declining for decades. It's also decades of attacks by politicians.
That is the main issue, is that, like, I mean, yeah, it could be that the Washington Post is endorsing candidates, or it could be that there are millions of voters who believe lying politicians who tell them lies, knowing that they are.
Media telling us lies. Like you.
I mean, that could be the problem too.
Joe, because you've always been sort of the leading edge of where media is going with Politico, now with Axios. You understand the environment so well. How do Democrats, and frankly, how does legacy media need to change the way it thinks about getting information? I mean, a lot of the voters who went out and voted for Donald Trump, that so many people are wondering what happened here, they're not watching, frankly, this show. They're not reading the New York Times. They're not consuming media that way. And the Trump campaign found those voters where they live. So how do Democrats need to change the way they communicate to voters, if you think that's part of the problem?
For sure. I mean, I think all of us have to come to grips with legacy media is just not as important as it thinks it is. It is to you, it is to me. That's a relatively small group of people who rely on us for their information. And you have to go into the world as it is, not as you wish it to be. And basically, the way people get information has shattered into 20, 30 different pieces.
Every single day they're lying. And we're like, dang, man, you know, people are buying into this. To be honest, some people are. Most people are watching Fox. Most people are watching independent media like myself and others. People aren't watching these clowns. And the part that shocks me more than anything is how much money they making.
Mm-hmm.
They making some Skrilla, bro. They making money, bro.
And it makes you wonder, like, who is pushing these agendas? If they're making this kind of money, like pushing out this fake news, like who's got the battery in their back to do it? Like, I'm wondering.
They making money, bro. The girl that's on there that's crazier than 5 left shoes on an 8-legged man, Caitlin Collins, I think it says here that she's making $6 million. Aaron Burnett, it says Aaron Burnett, Caitlin Collins.
And that's what Donald Trump was saying, like, in his campaign run. He said with fake news, their news licenses are worth millions, like, in terms of, like, you know, they have the license. The licenses, I think he said, is like actually free, but like what they built off of it, you know, it's like worth millions. So like, you know, he's kind of running down like how much they make. They make a lot of money to spew this propaganda and lies. It's ridiculous.
Earn, it says $3 million and $6 million a piece. So it looks like the way they wrote it on this article. If you could put an article up for me, it's got 1,000 ads on it. If you could put an article up for me. For the people to watch, because I'm looking at it on the TV. For the people to watch, it shows that Kate probably making about $6 million.
Let me show y'all. How much y'all in the chat real quick before I show y'all this? How much y'all think Anderson Cooper makes? How much you think he made? How much do y'all think? Throw a number out real quick. Don't look it up. Stop cheating. The chat be cheating. Stop. How much money do y'all think Anderson Cooper make real quick? I'm going to show you how much he made. $60 million. He made $60 million. This is a news anchor. $60 million to read a teleprompter. Is that not crazy? Yeah, you guessed low. That's literal insanity. There's a lot of money. Yes. So they will get up there. So when we see Joy Reid, people like that, oh, they gonna get up there and say whatever they want them to say. If they making that kind of money, hold on. How much y'all think Joy Reid is worth? I'll show you how much she worth. Joy Reid is worth $4 million. So we seeing her get up there and spew all this propaganda, but she probably thinking, I got $4 million. I don't care what these people think about me. We rich. You know what I'm saying? I got my Range Rover. I got my nice mansion, my house. All my bills is paid. My kids is taken care of. And I got $4 million. She got more money than some rappers. And she's just getting up there spewing propaganda. Maybe this is why legacy media is not making as much as they used to, because they paying out so much money.
I can't believe she's making money like that. I'm kind of jealous. I'm not going to even lie. I'm kind of like, dang, you can be a terrible TV show host. You can lie every day on television. Donald Trump can ruin your career every time you sit down and have a town hall with him.
Let me show y'all something, bro. Let's see if it's going to let me show it. Hollywood Reporter, media crisis point is losing relevance. Hold on, I knew they were going to do this. I knew they was going to do that, bro. All these ads. They're losing relevance. Former President Trump's decisive victory Tuesday led to a shock wave that was felt in the newsroom across Washington, D.C. and New York. Everyone knew the polls were close and that a Trump win was a strong possibility, sure, but the scale of Trump's win left one senior producer of a broadcast network stunned. We are questioning our relevance right now, they said Wednesday morning. It was the sentiment shared by a former Senator Claire, who lamented on MSNBC Morning Joe. I think we have to acknowledge that Donald Trump knows our country better than we do. It's crazy.
And they bringing in 6 million? That's not even the most. So
relevant. Okay, I'm tired. Relevance. I can say it.
Let's go down to, what's his name? Anderson Cooper is making $20 million a year. Yeah.
$20 million a year. Jeez. 3 million. 6 million. Like, this is crazy. I know she looked like money, but 6 million a year.
Aaron Burnett is making 6 million. Caitlin Collins is making 3 million. Anderson Cooper is making $20 million a year. He is the weakest, most beta person on television, and he racking them in. Now, what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Okay, so I don't want to make 20 million if I got to lie and be deceptive and be evil every day.
Come on, Tatum, you making mad bread, bro. We ain't gonna even lie. Hey, Tatum got like 3.2 million subscribers. He got like more subscribers than some news networks. He be doing like 100-some thousand like views a video. Like, bro, you making like mad bread. Like, I'm doing all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you, bro, your channel is crazy. Like, they barely subscribing to me. I got like, well, I ain't gonna lie. I got like 30,000 subscribers in a month. But I got, how many subscribers I got, y'all? It ain't that. So what he got like mad times more than me. Like, I got like 102,000. I said 107. 102,000 subscribers. Bro, you got 3.2 million. You about to hit 3.3 million subscribers, bro. You make, and like, if you really pay attention to Officer Tatum, he got mad sponsors on there. This dude is probably a millionaire. I don't care like with nobody. He probably is. If I'm doing good like this, he probably doing great. You know what I mean? So don't let him fool you. Like he racking in that. He probably don't look like it, but he's racking in that money, bro.
But I can't believe they making money. Like, I can't believe they making.
But yeah, I mean, it's a bigger scale. You know what I mean? In terms of what they can do with footage and stuff. Like, they own your digital imprint. You know, when you making like that type of money, like 20 million, it's like they could do whatever they want to do with the footage of Anderson Cooper or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or the other lady. So I mean, it's like reasons why people make money, but I mean, they paying them mad. Like, what is Anderson Cooper gonna do with $20 million a year? He making more than like Will Smith right now. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Can Skrilla like this
to control people's minds,
and all they do is get on television and lie.
Kyle Daniel said, "Why you dry snitching?" Hey, I'm just saying. Hey, don't be acting like you broke, Officer Tatum, bro. You was not broke, bro. He ain't saying he broke, but come on, man, you making mad bread
and deceive and be biased and
like when him or like one of them other like black conservatives go live, bro, they super chats be running. Like Amala, I seen her go live one day, and it was just like, man, like you couldn't even like read the comment because it was all super chats. Like, so I mean that the views alone is crazy, but then their super chats be like mad crazy too. So they making crazy bread, bro.
If it's journalists, if they were journalists that are
yeah, and somebody said Anderson Cooper was born rich,
are responsible for or participating in bringing news in an impartial way, an educational way to the masses.
And subscribe to me. Stop playing with me. Thug Life. Subscribe to me right now. I'm not playing with y'all. Wait a minute. He got 3 million subscribers. Y'all playing games? It took me a month to get up to 100,000. What is wrong with y'all? I thought we was friends. Subscribe to the channel. We got 102,735 subscribers. That does not say 1 million. Y'all want to subscribe to Kamala and Oprah? Subscribe to me.
The world, I can see Anderson Cooper bringing in 20 million. I can see Aaron Burnett make it.
I said all that, and I got one more subscriber. Subscribe now.
Making 6 million. Caitlin Collins making 3 million. But to think that these corny people are millionaires, and with I don't know how many years on their contract.
Erica said, I used to think Anderson Cooper was, I can't say that.
It's asinine to me. And I hope that Fox News continue to rail them, beat them over the head every single time in the polling. Okay? We got a couple things that I want to get to. First, I'm going to talk about just...
Hey, they be trying... Hey, Ray, they be trying to play... He said, listen to me. They be trying to play me, bro. It'd be like 1,000 people in there. They be like, I might subscribe. I don't even know how many people we got in here now. They might... I don't know. And the subscribe button right there. They be playing, bro. Y'all be playing with me, bro.
Real quickly, and shout out to Dustin for the...
And then Officer Tatum don't even be... Like, he'll be live. He won't even be responding to y'all. He'll just be talking about whatever. The super chats be flying. He just be ignoring y'all. I be talking to y'all. Y'all like, I ain't giving him one super chat. Y'all is crazy, bro.
Super chat. He said Nick voted for Kamala Harris.
Sometimes... Don't be answering super chats now. Don't be answering super chats now, Tatum. Yo, I just said all this, and then he got a super chat and responded.
I think he wanted to. The first lady.
Y'all, I see all y'all just subscribe. Y'all trying to sneak subscribe. Don't be trying to sneak subscribe to me. Cause y'all sneak subscribers. I don't be trusting y'all. Y'all will subscribe and then unsubscribe when I'm done with the live. Don't be sneak subscribing. Subscribe.
First lady, not the one that's in there, the fake doctor, declined.
Y'all crazy.
The historical meeting that typically happens between the two first ladies when there's a transition of power, when there's a president that obviously takes over the position from the other.
No, but definitely hit the likes if y'all can.
President, there's a dinner or a tea party or whatever they have.
Shout out to interns
that happens, and
for subscribing.
Ours truly, Melania said, "Go screw yourself." And people are upset with her to a certain degree and say, why would she do that? Whatever. Don't forget that this is the same administration.
Nah, Eve, they be playing, Eve. Shout out to Glennar. They be playing, bro.
In their best interest to put Donald Trump behind bars and to malign him, damage his name and character, said he was Hitler. Why are we participating? We don't have to be the ones that bend the knee and try to be nice and play.
Yo, any of y'all, like, I'm asking y'all because y'all be doing a lot of people, bro. Like, I've been surprised about the type of people in the political arena that's been hitting me up. If y'all know anybody that knows valuetainment, like, tell them I want to use their footage. And then also The Hill. Let them know I want to use their footage. Because I don't know who y'all be knowing, bro. Because it'd be like mad people hit me up. I'm like, what? Like, so I'm asking y'all, because you know how the world works. It's like it's like the law. What is it? The law of fives. One person knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. But y'all hit up valuetainment and tell them your boy want to use their footage.
Play nice. Now y'all want to put the man in prison for the rest of his life and end his whole family. What about Barron? What about his other kids? Y'all didn't care about blasting him and trying to get him shot every other campaign trail.
I know, Eve. They be doing that, Eve. They be trying to play me, bro.
And we supposed to be cool with y'all now? I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling it. I don't think we should be mean, but we should hold people accountable. There does not need to be a back and forth. Oh, we need to be cool. We need unity. No, unity. Listen, this is the thing about unity. Unity is telling the truth and holding people accountable. That's how you unite. You don't unite by lying. You don't unite by giving people a pass. That's not unity. Unity is saying, hey, we're going to be fair. You broke the law, you're going to jail.
Hey, shout out to my boys at Say Cheese TV. Hold on, let me. They told me I can use their footage. They got a big platform. Shout out to Sean Khan.
Now I was nervous in the motherfucker.
Ah, I forgot he says bad words. I kind of want to watch this. Let's see what else they got. He do be saying way too many. Shout out to Charleston White. He ended up liking one of my posts a couple weeks ago. Charleston White goes, and shout out to Ice-T too. Ice-T, he's a rapper, movie star, all of that. Shout out to him. He liked one of my something I said. I appreciate you, bro. We on Law and Order. I'm gonna have to watch Law and Order, man. Shout out to you.
Course at colleges and universities have been exploding, and I mean absolutely.
What y'all think I'm lying? I'm about to show y'all, bro. Like, I don't be lying, bro. Hold on. Can y'all see? I don't care. I'll let y'all see my notifications. Hold on. Ice-T right there. It'd be like mad people would be like, I'd be shocked. Like, what?
Absolutely exploding.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, Glennar Thompson. Yeah, man. End times, all that. Thug life. Like, I'll be surprised. Like, cause remember we was doing videos like 400,000. Last video we did just got like 230,000 views. We just did it like a few hours ago. So it's like this video's got like 85,000 views on it right now. So we was doing like 400,000, 300,000 views on video. So it's like people be watching. So you never know like who be watching. You know what I'm saying? Or it could have been something else. Maybe just seeing something on the Twitter feed. But yeah, bro, like it's crazy. It's like other people, like I don't want to say their names, but I'm like, yo, like what? I'll be low key wanting to tell my girl, like, look. But if it's like a famous celebrity or something, she might get mad. That's a female, you know what I mean? So I just keep it to myself. But yeah, bro.
While academics have been obsessed with indoctrinating America's youth, the time has come to reclaim.
Look at him. Y'all trying to play me. He got 470,000 subscribers. Y'all trying to play me. Bro, I don't even have 107,000. Y'all is crazy.
our once great educational institutions from the radical left, and we will do that. Our secret weapon will be the college accreditation system. It's called accreditation for a reason. The accreditors are supposed to ensure that schools are not ripping off students.
Harold Owens said, "Look like we made it." Yo, we ain't making. Yo, I was talking to my girl. I'm like, we might have to. I might have to get like a publicist, because I think it's about time, right? I'm over 100,000, maybe like I think we're about to hit 103,000 probably in the next few days or whatever. So like, it's time to get a publicist. Those are the people that like blast you out to like different places and stuff like that. I'm thinking about doing that. I was talking to like another YouTube network a couple days ago. Lex said, hold on. Jesse said, I'm smarter than Trump.
But they have failed totally. When I return to the White House, I will fire the radical left accreditors that have allowed our colleges to become dominated by Marxist maniacs and lunatics. We will then accept applications for new accreditors who will impose real standards on colleges once again and once and for all. These standards will include defending the American tradition and Western civilization, protecting free speech, eliminating wasteful administrative positions that drive up costs incredibly, removing all Marxist diversity, equity, and inclusion bureaucrats, offering options for accelerated and low-cost degrees, providing meaningful job placement and career services, and
accelerated, meaningful, and low-cost degrees. Yo, that's fire, man.
Bureaucrats, offering options for accelerated and low-cost degrees, providing meaningful job placement and career services, and implementing college entrance and exit exams to prove that students are actually learning and getting their money's worth. Furthermore, I will direct the Department of Justice to pursue federal civil rights cases against schools that continue to engage in racial discrimination. And
Ray said, Piperboy smart with the analytics. Bro, it's time to elevate your platform to the real mainstream media outlets. You know you can do it, but Battle Rat keeps pulling you back, and just know you can do it. Yeah, I mean, it does pull me. It pulled me back like today. You gotta think though, man. I be getting like mad people like, you ain't gonna talk about this, and I be trying to ignore it, but you know, and then I you know, I mean, it do be pulling me back, bro. You know, it is what it is. But we'll see what the future holds.
And schools that persist in.
But I got reached out by a major platform. You know what I mean? I got offered something, so I don't know. We gonna run this channel and see what it does. But y'all might eventually like see me somewhere, like on a big platform. So I was like, I'm very shocked. Like, I'll say this, like a lot of people, y'all be saying like conservatives, oh, they're racist, they will never. Bro, like these conservatives have been reaching out, trying to help your boy. They have been, you know, so I don't know. I don't see all the racist stuff people talk about with them. They seem like more helpful than anything.
Explicit, unlawful discrimination under the guise of equity will not only have their endowments taxed, but through budget reconciliation, I will advance a measure to have them fined up to the entire amount of their endowment. A portion of the seized funds will then be used as restitution for victims of these illegal and unjust policies that hurt our country so badly. Colleges have gotten...
Yeah, the left, bro, like they be... I don't want to talk about the left, bro, but they don't want to see you succeed. They want you to depend on them. But the right, rich people be trying to help people, bro. They do. They be trying to help you get rich. It's all about if you want to do it or not. All right, so a rich person told me, right? Like one of these like rich YouTubers was just like, yo, this is what you got to do. So I guess I'm in the, y'all want me to tell you, man, hit the super chat if you want me to tell y'all, bro.
Hundreds of billions
be
of
telling
dollars
people stuff
from
for free, bro.
hardworking taxpayers, and now we are going to get this anti-American insanity out of our institutions once.
He said anti-American insanity out of our institutions.
For all.
I like that, bro. I like that, bro.
He is not messing around. This is one of the rare moments in history. Listen, we are listening and witnessing real history in real time. Before, it almost seems like he's already president of the United States of America. Thank God we finally got some backbone and some masculinity to address the issues that we've all been concerned about all of this time. It feels like new life, new blood.
I feel like, yo, I went to Costco earlier to, get something to eat or whatever. And, yo, the amount of, like, new Christmas decorations and, like, toys and stuff, it was just like, so I think people think people are about to spend a lot of money this holiday. They might. I think people may be like freeing, be like, all right, we might be, country may be moving in a better direction. Yeah, we can spend some money. We'll see what happens, man. It might be a good season for the economy this Christmas. We'll see. But I ain't about to be spending a whole bunch of money this Christmas. You know what I mean? But I think people may end up loosening up.
It does, man. It has this. It's electric. What's happening in the country right now. And I'm so glad that not only did he win the popular vote, not only did he paint the country red, that we have masculinity back in office.
That's what I love, bruh. Like, yes! You know what I mean? Like, come on, like, let's get it. Let's, the gender politics, I'm so done with, like, hearing about the identity politics. It's ridiculous. Let's get like normalcy. Rocking with it.
Oh man, before we even get to what he's saying, make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, Tej Hanley 40%.
I do need to get a Patreon though. I know why he does it now. I'm gonna talk to y'all about that maybe like next year or something, but why people are doing that. But we gotta get him in the office first. But I'm gonna tell y'all a whole bunch of stuff, bro. There's a reason why people doing that.
Plus 20% off of life, and come and kick it with me December 14th in Detroit. Women decided that they wanted to vote for Kamala Harris. I remember I was talking to this girl back in college when I first graduated high school, and I went and visited her up at the University of Michigan. You know who you are. Shout out to you. And she said, Anton, I did incredible in high school, but I'm not sure that I was truly prepared for what this program, and it was an architecture program that she was in. She was becoming an architect. She said, I wasn't prepared for what this is. I can't compete. Now, I'm not sure if she had got in based off of diversity, equity, and inclusion or anything like that. But what I will tell you, outside of us having a good time, what I will tell you is that there are plenty of students that then get into these college programs and systems that are not qualified, ditto for the jobs that they then go and secure that they can't do. And they've created entire departments dedicated to diversity, equity, and inclusion. And we have to get back to competing on a worldwide scale that ultimately drives the innovation inside of the United States of America.
Somebody is talking. They talked about that. I see Ray, what you just said. He said, what would be crazy if Biden stepped down and gave the presidency to Vice President Harris for the last 2 months. Somebody there. I don't know if I can. I did a blog about it, talking about it. I don't know if I can. Let me show y'all. Let me see if I can show y'all this. Let me go on my channel and see if I can show y'all. It's on the members only, but I'm gonna show y'all anyway. Y'all, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually had Joe Biden step down and Kamala Harris become the president of the United States. All right, so it said breaking. Kamala Harris, former communication director, has proposed that Biden step down within 30 days, allowing Harris to temporarily assume the presidency as a symbolic gesture. They put this out in the news. So I don't know. Like, anything's possible. But, you know, I would really, if I was a liberal, I would really, if I was Biden, I would consider it. Because you got to think about how they can move into the next election. They can be like, okay, well, we had the first female president. You know, why not do it? Like, he's obviously not capable of doing a debate like with Trump. Like, he's stepping down for her to, like, run for president. Like, who said her? Like dog, like what is going on in America? Right? So why don't you just fully step down? It would have made more sense to me if he fully stepped down. You know what I mean? And then she was like the president at that time. You know what I mean? And then she's running. It would have made more sense. And I think they could have had more latitude with the, you know, the populace. Like, all right, well, she is like president now. But, you know, I don't know, man. I think it will be interesting the next couple months to see, the next month to see whether or not they're going to do it or not. But I mean, it's people are speculating.
And other
you see how you just said something? I got right to it real quick. Like, you never know, man.
countries have not.
And then you got to think of all the marketing and promotion going into the 47th president. So if they do that, that takes away a lot of the marketing, like for some of the products that's been out. So, because then she will become the 47th and he will become the 48th. Or, I mean, would it still be considered she would be the 40. She would then be the 47th. Yeah, so I don't know, man. Like, we'll see what they do.
Only caught up, but they've been rapidly passing us.
Then that would like placate a lot of women or whatever. So it depends on what they want to do. But like, why wouldn't Biden step down? You obviously are not equipped to really do the job. Why not step down?
Because they do not champion education. They champion identity politics. And that's where you got diversity, equity, and inclusion, which is a modification of affirmative action. And it's racist in its inception. It is a very racist narrative to say that somebody that does not qualify can't have, or somebody that does qualify can't have.
Hit the like. Stop playing with me. Thug life. Hit the hearts. Hit the emojis. I thought we was cool. Hit the emojis. Double tap the screen. All of that. Shout out to Sweet Jesus said, that is what I heard from, I can't even say that word. You talking about InfoWars? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. I wouldn't be surprised. You said step down the last 2 months makes no sense. Why doesn't it make sense? Like, that would be great PR. But I think the reason why it wouldn't make sense is she's $20 million in debt, like, off of this campaign. She raised $1 billion and she spent 1.2. You know what I mean? So, like, what? I don't know what they're gonna do.
The job because somebody else that looks differently than them is supposed to get it. We done with that. We moving it out the way. And if you are a person that is standing on.
But I might, y'all comment down there what y'all want me to say or whatever. But I'm probably about to get out of here because they trying to slow the video down. So we need y'all to hit the likes and stuff like that.
Racist principles. And please miss me with that BS that always says that black people cannot be racist. They can, and a lot of them are. Not all of them, but they can, and a lot of them.
Yeah, I think you're right, bro. Black people can be racist, bro. Oh, well, she's black. You're not going to vote for her. She's a black person. Obama, he's black. We need a black person. Come on, y'all. Well, she ain't, like, we don't know nothing about it. It don't matter. She's black. Like, come on, bro. Like, racism, like, black people be racist too.
Of them are. You are going to have to qualify. You're going to have to pick yourself up. You're going to have to grind. You're going to have to study and dedicate yourself. And if you are not prepared, then you will not be successful and may the best person win. Now that we've graduated in this feminist movement to where people are saying that they want equal.
Darius said facts. Bro, let me tell you how black people are racist, bro. Like, they can get mad at me. I don't care. like when I was going to school, like I went to like public schools or whatever, and you would get, somebody said, I'm subscribed then. Shout out to you though. Come back again. Subscribe later. But like, you know, like I went to public schools and you have like white kids that would go there, you know, or whatever. This is like an urban community. Man, they will pick on a white kid for being white, beat him up, bully him. Like that happened. And it was like, where was the news? Like, you know what I mean? Like they just beat him up because he's white. Oh, there go Whitey, and just, you know what I mean? Like they be doing stuff like that. So, man, I don't know. Like the delusion that black people are not racist. Not all black people are racist, but some of them are. It's a reality.
Well, then now,
it's like, you know, it's like different, you know, different races like be feeling. I don't know, man. Like I think there is racism, bro. Like people just don't want to admit it, you know. And it's taboo to say something. You know, if I'm in school, like you're being racist, like, you know what I mean? Like what? I'm just saying, dog, you being, you know what I mean? Thug life. It's kind of racist, you know what I'm saying? Like, trying to beat him up because he's white. Then I got, you know what I'm saying? It's just what it is, man. Like, I don't know.
What we get. In addition to that, I am tired. And this is the thing that parents and people have been complaining about for a long time.
But even look on Twitter, like when you be seeing people be scrapping like in school, they be trying to pick on a white boy. Like it be happening. But the white dudes be beating y'all up now. Y'all can't get y'all can't get over no more like it used to be. Nicole said again, nobody picked her. She was given to us. I'm just saying. And then Amon said colorism when dark skinned people do not like light skin or vice versa. Yeah. And then Erica said what we don't have to be is prejudiced. Yeah, exactly.
People pushing this Marxist liberal agenda and this rhetoric into our schools and our universities that ultimately try to
Yo, hey, I see a comment. So S2647, he said that started after our school showed us roots. Straight setup. Y'all know that movie Roots? Yeah, bro. Like people see that, like, you know, they make you watch them slave, you know what I mean, movies. People see that, then they start looking at Timothy like, them your people. Straight, and Timothy sitting there like, no, they did not play this. I got 2 more years in school. Y'all trying to get me up out of here. The teacher look at Timothy like, nah, bro. We ain't gonna act like racism don't exist for black people. It do.
reprogram our children to be sassy, ashy, and not classy, and they have not been able to excel in life. They get out of college, they have a bunch of student loan debt, and then they can't actually qualify for any real job that adds any meaning to society. And so what they do is they then go and they say, well, I want student loan forgiveness, because they made an informed decision, and it's largely a reflection of their parents and being a part of single-parent households, if you really want to be honest, and they have not been able to really be able to find their footing outside of being and finding their foundation in these groups and these little pods on these university campuses. And the universities themselves were meant to be institutions of learning, not institutions of propaganda. And so we've spent more time trying to program students instead of help them learn and prepare them for the best positions possible. And that is what our American universities have become. But finally, we got somebody with backbone that is willing to drain the swamp, stand on what
NRG said race politics is done. Conspiracy 77 said the end of slavery was supposed to be one America, not a way to get even.
America is really supposed to be about, and it is an institution of competition in our universities, and that is what's going to.
I think the real reason why they ended up freeing the slaves is because they these people about to turn on us, and we ain't gonna be able to control them. You know what I'm saying? So free them. You know, so they got ahead of it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you can't, if you got to think like back then, like manual labor, like people used to be like mad small back in the day. You ever went to a museum and seen like artifacts from people like from back in the day? Like white people was like real small and like thin. You know what I mean? And you know, I live in Nashville, so I went to I think they had like a museum or something at Johnny Cash and all that. I mean, this ain't like that old, like long ago, but like even him, he was like real small. But like back in the day, you see like artifacts. Man, these people were small, and then black people, you see they clothes and they was all they're like they about to call Abraham Lincoln like it's we ain't gonna be able to handle this. Free him. You know, that's what I think, man. They just got ahead of it.
Qualify you to be the best candidate for the job, the best candidate.
We'll enslave them a different way. Give them welfare.
In society and the best person in your household. We need strong people, strong universities, strong leadership like Donald Trump. And guess what? Guess what? Guess what we now not going to do? We not going back to the things that we used to be a part of as far as pushing this liberal agenda, this Obama agenda, this Biden agenda. Biden was a part of Obama. Kamala Harris was going to be a continuation of it. And we no longer going into that phase. Trump is standing up and he's saying, listen, we
JoJo said it was more of a moral obligation. Lincoln only cared about the Union staying together. Slaves being free meant a moral high ground in the war. NRG said the Civil War was not fought over slavery. It was the North was industrial and the South was the farmland with the food and the crop weather. The South had all the resources, but the government was the North.
Stand on this, we rock on this. And this is where we're going. This is the direction that we're going. This is where we're going to train our children to be. And again, for me, I'm already set. But the goal of how I voted was that I wanted the best America for my child. The way that I seen this country going, even when I had a child in 2008, I said, oh, this is going to be a grim place. They got men using women's bathrooms. They programming these people at the universities. I got to protect my child. But now we getting back to how we supposed to have been operating in the first place, the way that God ordained for us to be. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in and being a part of this movement. We are entering into the golden era of the United States of America, forward agenda, getting back to the core of traditional values and competing on the highest level. And he's
hold on. I like her. Hold on. Let me show y'all her. Mala.
All right, guys, we've been covering a lot of election
Yo, she got 2.2 million followers. Follow me! Stop playing! Hit the subscribe button. It's okay. I ain't got 1 million yet. She got 2 million. It said Trump's new border czar is not messing around.
And today is no exception. We're going to be talking about Donald Trump's administration that's coming next year and a recent border czar pick that he's made. We've already covered his stance on free speech and censorship and what he plans for those issues.
NRG said this is my favorite live stream on YouTube. I appreciate you, bro.
Moving forward. We've also covered that he chose Susie Wiles, somebody who was working on his campaign to be his chief of staff. Now, she will be the first woman to ever assume that position, and that's coming from our misogynist president. Very interesting how these things happen. But today we're going to be talking about an issue that's been on a lot of our minds. It was one of my top issues when heading to the polls to vote in this election cycle, immigration. Now, we all know...
Bro, somebody said I'm not pretty as her. Look, bro. I'm handsome. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, I know y'all be simping like for her, bro. Like, but like, girl, simp for me. Subscribe. Stop playing.
Know that Kamala Harris was the supposed border czar. She was the one who was supposed to have a handle on our southern border, and we all know how that went. Unprecedented numbers of illegal immigrants coming into our country. They were bringing fentanyl and drugs with them. They were trafficking human beings. Many of them were associated with cartels and gangs. And of course, mixed in with these immigrants coming into our country are good people, hopefully.
Yo, you notice like her and Devory Darkins got like this a similar setup?
Who are looking for
what, y'all like dating or something?
Opportunities and looking to contribute to this country. But when you're not going through a legal port of entry, it kind of obscures our view, doesn't it? Well, Donald Trump promised he was going to get a handle on immigration, and he's now chosen a new border czar to follow in Kamala's footsteps, and hopefully nowhere.
Oh no, we already reacted to this. She late.
We have seen one estimate that says it would cost $88 billion to deport 1 million people a year.
I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Is that what American taxpayers should expect?
What price do you put on national security? Is that worth it?
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without
Isn't that crazy? Come on, like.
separating families?
And then JoJo said she a smart woman. She actually be spitting some, forget what she looked like. I mean, she ain't like the best looking
guys, we've been covering
girl. Well, you know what? She looked like somebody I know, so that's why she reminds me of my sister. That's why I don't
get a handle on immigration, and he's now chosen a new border czar to follow in.
Well, not my sister. Like she kind of looks kind of like my daughter a little bit. That's why I don't like her like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like a dude would be looking at her like, but she look, you know, like my kid or something.
Kamala's footsteps, and hopefully nowhere near close to Kamala's footsteps. Now we're gonna meet Tom Homan by watching some of his most viral moments. Now, I don't know much about this man. I know that he has a history as a police officer. He's also worked in our immigration system for 30 plus years. So this guy's got a background on these issues. He's experienced them firsthand, which is something that Kamala Harris never experienced. You'll remember in an interview when asked about her going to the border and the fact that she hasn't been to the border, she said, I've also never been to Europe. I'm not sure what your point is. That was me paraphrasing, but you can hear how just ridiculous that response would be. So Mr. Homan has been there. He's experienced this. He seemingly knows what we need to do, and he's defended his stance on this in the past. So let's watch this clip and meet our border czar.
Mr. Homan, your name is on this. Is this correct?
Yes, I signed that memo.
So you are the author of the family separation policy.
I am not the author of this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Mm-hmm. Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their.
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Holman,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum, you go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
Okay, I know that's right. He's saying I'm all for legal asylum, but it's got to be legal. And these people just coming through our southern border at any place they want to, that's not legal. And we need to do something about that. And of course, the separation of children from their family.
I don't like her microphone. Her microphone's fire. Somebody said, what? Said AOC voice is so indistinguishable.
Was a really big issue during Trump's first term, so much so that Trump ended up halting the measures that was making that.
He told her, he was like, you work for me. I'm a taxpayer. You work for me.
Happen, having these children separated from their supposed family, which in some cases we knew that to be true. In others, we actually knew that people were pretending to be parents, uncles, or any sort of relative to these children in order to appear in a more sympathetic light, if you will. So there's a reason.
Hey, people that's watching, there's a lot of people watching. Tell me where y'all from. Like, just comment down below where you from.
For these policies. I think these policies just got so much bad press, and it was really casting a shadow on his administration, so we ended up halting them. But Mr. Homan makes a very clear case as to why these children are separated. And when AOC tries to say, well, they're legal asylum seekers, he corrects her and he stands his ground. He says, no, if you want to do that, do it through legal means. And of course, AOC doesn't agree with that. And we know through the Biden administration, what they were doing was just allowing illegal immigrants to come in through our southern border in any which way they wanted to. And once they were here, they were granted.
All right, so Prevalence said Texas, Chucky Williams said Louisiana, Ram said Michigan, Darius said North Carolina, Swift said Detroit, Lex says Cincinnati, let's go. Ashley said Lafayette, Louisiana. And then the guy in the comments said Tennessee. Draco said North Carolina. J. Pitty City said Connecticut. John Mann said Alabama. Old School Tony Carter said Flint, Michigan. Erica said Oklahoma. Dale said Brooklyn. Shree Talk said Dina. NRG said my family from Pittsburgh in Canada, and we've lived in Northern Virginia my whole life. 50 minutes out in DC. You probably seen a lot of Kamala Harris signs out in Virginia. And then Nick P said Michigan. Sean Boyd said Tulsa, Oklahoma. Lexo said Cincinnati. Esh said Philly. Stefan said California. Live in Texas. John Saxon said trying to buy a vote, Ohio. Nola said Texas. Rosu said Glendale, Arizona. S. Barfield said Georgia. Frontline said Bay Area, California. Thug Life. Michelle Cottrell said West Virginia, NRG. And then Donnie Barnes said Tennessee. Convenus said Harrisburg, PA. Keyshawn Anderson said New Orleans. Jojo said North Carolina. NRG said they're going to be copping hard for the next couple of months.
A temporary protective status, many of them at least. JD Vance spoke about this in his vice presidential debate, the CBP app, which he tried to go in depth into, but they ended up having to cut off his mic as he was trying to explain this and actually fact check the moderators on the issue of...
Yo, you in Sweden? Ekan? Michelle said we be everywhere. Jen said...
immigration. I'm glad to see this is the type of energy that we're getting from our new border czar. I will, of course, wait to see how much follow through takes place. But interestingly enough, I think the left is going to be really mad at this.
Hold on, I want to see this.
President-elect Trump's. Congratulations to you. It's bad for us. We lose you as a contributor. What went into the decision and the position?
Well, look, I've been on this network 4 years complaining about what this administration did to this border. I've been yelling and screaming about it, telling them what they need to do to fix it. So when the president asked me, would you come back and fix it? Of course I have to. I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't. So look, I'm honored the president asked me to come back and help solve this national security crisis.
He said, what time is it where I'm at? It's 1:30 in the morning. He said, what time is it where you at? I work nights and I wonder why a lot of political talk lives are at night. I super F with it though. I always tune in. That's another thing too, like, to be real. Like, you know what I did? NRG? Like, I reached out to a lot of like major like hip hop like platforms, right? Because I'm like, yo, I'm about to get out of battle rap and just go into hip hop. So I ain't, they ended up like hit me back, was like, yeah, you can use whatever you want. Cause my channel was like growing. And I work nights, so I'm up in the middle of the night, but I always found myself, I'm like, man, I found myself like, cause 50 Cent had followed me like a couple years ago, like all of that. So I had like, I'm like, yo, I really need to, and people like, yo, you need to like go on entertainment. And so I started to move into that area, but then like at night, I'm always looking at political stuff. So I'm like, yo, let me just try politics. I really like politics now. Let me try it, and it worked, but like they telling me, they like, yo, it's like a MCN I was talking to, right? And they were just like, yo, because I asked them, I'm like, yo, I'm getting subscribers. Like, it seems like I'm in an algorithm with lives, but like if I upload, it doesn't really like do anything, like nobody watches, right? And that could be multiple different reasons. One is because like, people are subscribing from the shorts. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people, when they just go on YouTube, they go on the shorts. But he was just like, what you really need to do is you in the algorithm for entertainment and like battle rap and stuff like that. But to get in that algorithm, you need to like start uploading, you know, into the news and politics like feeds. Like, because, you know, it'll tell you, like, when you upload a video, it'll say you could do music, entertainment, like whatever. But he said you got to do news and politics, and you kind of just got to keep throwing stuff out into there. So you might have maybe a month of not really having no views. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be something that you're not used to. But, you know, after a while, it's going to, like, it should, you know, help you, like, get in an algorithm. So I don't know, man. Like, but it's like I'm already in the algorithm with uploads and entertainment and stuff. But I'm going to try it, though. But it's going to be like a lot of videos I'm going to be uploading. They ain't going to get no views. People going to be like, you got 100-some thousand subscribers. You ain't getting no views. You know, but it's just what it is. Because I'm going to try to go into a new tab, news and politics. So it's just, I was just talking to somebody about that. I'm like, man, my channel about to look crazy, but that's what I got to do. And, you know, other people do it and they took off. You know, they make like way more, you know, they do way more views than me. This video's got like 100,000 views on it. But like, you know, people getting like 400,000-500,000 on a regular, 800,000 on a regular.
So I'm looking forward to it. And look, I love Fox. I love the family there. But I think that the calling is clear. I got to go back and help because every morning I get up. Every morning I'm pissed off about what this administration did to the most secure border in my lifetime. So I'm going to go back and do what I can to fix it.
So, Tom, let's talk about the job, because you're not an amateur. You've been doing this for years. You were a beat cop. Also, you worked the border before, went over to ICE. You've done it all. What does the process look like? Because I think some people get the impression that you're shooting from your hip, but you know what you're doing here, right?
Yeah, he know what he's doing.
I know exactly what I'm doing. And look, this is the second time I came out of retirement for this president, and because it matters. And look, I was a Border Patrol agent. I wore that uniform, and I'm proud that I wore that uniform. So, and I was an ICE agent. I was the first ICE director who actually came up through the ranks. So the 20,000 men and women that worked for me, I didn't ask.
He worked in the
Obama
Obama administration.
So look, I know the border, and I know there's a lot of great patriots. Look, I shut my phone off Friday night because I couldn't handle the phone calls, the texts, and emails from thousands of ICE agents and Border Patrol agents excited about the rumor I'm coming back. But more importantly, thousands of retired agents, retired Border Patrol agents, retired military that want to come in and volunteer to help this president secure the border and do the deportation operation. So I've been off the grid for 3 days just because I couldn't handle all the phone calls, and plus all the death threats rolling in.
Yeah, just because he's going to be rolling with Trump, like he's going to get a lot of negativity, including what he just said. You know, so it's a dangerous thing. He got to think about his family and everything, but you know, he wants to serve the country and make it safer. So, you know, hopefully everything ends up working out for him. Shout out to him.
My family's not at home right now because that's starting, but you know, that's something we're going to deal with. They're not going to bully me away. They're not going to shut me up. They're not going to make me go away. This is the biggest national security vulnerability this nation has seen since 9/11. We have to fix it.
And it's one of the reasons.
Also, y'all in here, I want to ask y'all, you know, when you come on a YouTube, what do y'all first do when y'all get on YouTube? You open the YouTube app. Do you go to the shorts feed? Or do you go to the regular, like, home? Like, I'm wondering, like, what y'all do. NRG said there's never been a hero that wasn't... Yeah. Donnie said, amen. Yeah, do y'all go... What do y'all do when y'all open the YouTube app? What do y'all do? Do y'all go to the lives? Do y'all go to the shorts feed? What do y'all do?
Kamala Harris lost and Donald Trump won. So Tom, you just mentioned deportations. I know during the last Trump administration...
So Chucky Williams.
You know what?
So Chucky, you say you go straight to the shorts? And then Dre said he goes to the home. So do y'all watch horizontal videos or do y'all watch just vertical? Michelle said, I scroll my main, then go to shorts. Ashley said, yeah, Obama deported 3 million. I see Trump deporting 12 million. Draco said shorts. Stefan says shorts. Kishan Wilson said home. Steady. Why y'all be going to shorts so much? I was asking. Like, is it that y'all be on TikTok and that's just what y'all used to? Or like, say, I just see what's on my home screen never go to shorts. So Razoo, like, how did you find me? T. Ammon said shorts, then home. Amir said subs. You go to the sub section. Sean Boyd said, Ashley said, I scroll through my subs first, then I go to shorts. Okay. Jojo said, I first like and subscribe. And RG said, no, it makes you stay on shorts when you open it, but I always scroll my home page and see the uploads from my favorite YouTubers like Charlie Kirk, PBD podcast, and other legends like that. Oh, okay. And then Michael Steelman said 50-50 shorts, or if I'm looking up a video, I go home. Jojo said shorts. Keyshawn said, I don't even know how to go to shorts. How'd you find me though? And then Michelle said, depends on the time of day. Nighttime is shorts. I always plan just a few to watch and then I go to bed. That never happens. Hey, Michelle, yeah, no, you gonna go down the YouTube wormhole. They gonna keep you on here. I'll be watching like one thing in politics. Next thing I know, I'm watching like like wild stuff. And it said, yeah, search you fought Young Buck a couple years ago. Yeah, shout out to Young Buck though, man. T. Ammon said horizontal. Donnie Barnes said shorts in Maine. Rosu said depends on. Okay. JPD said I go home. Then my subscriptions. Home usually shows stuff related to your subscriptions. All right.
I'm gonna look like a genius because when you follow failure, you can't help but succeed, right?
Yeah.
And look, to the American people, President Trump is going to secure this border.
Keyshawn said, "I know you from Battle Rap."
He's going to save American lives. He's going to by securing the border.
Y'all lying? Hey, DB, you lying, bro? He said if I subscribe to you, I watch your videos, but if I'm surfing, I watch your shorts. Bro, I'm gonna do what the dude's saying. Like, just keep throwing up videos, bro. I'm like, it's like an ego thing, bro, too. Like, being real, like, yo, I'm really about to do videos and not get no views. Like, this gonna be crazy for like a month or 2 months. It's gonna be crazy, bro, to be doing that. I'm gonna get like 20 views. Watch, like people gonna be calling me like, "What's up with you?" Like they told me to do it. You know, somebody said 500 you do shorts. Split right, he's crazy. He said, how many total votes? He said, I like running into live stuff, join. So most of y'all like shorts.
We're going to drop illegal alien crime, which is skyrocketing. Yep. Less people are going to die from fentanyl. Less children are going to be sex trafficked. Less women will be sex assaulted on the southern border. The criminal cartels will be put out of business by this president.
Go get him, Tom Homan. Appreciate it.
There are people all across America right now clapping, watching him say that.
Yeah, shout out to him. But y'all, I'm about to get off here. Shout out to everybody. We almost at 103,000 subscribers. We are on a climb to 150,000. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting the channel, everything. We got like 30,000 subscribers in a month, 7.1 million views. All thanks to y'all hitting the subscribe button, liking the video, all of that. I appreciate y'all, but we're going to be back. I'm going to let y'all take a break. You know, then I'm going to chill. I'm going to watch a couple movies. I got work tomorrow, y'all. It's what it is. So I might do a live before I go to work. We'll see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because I work at like 7 p.m. tomorrow. And right now it's like 1:41 a.m. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to chill. And then tomorrow, go to work. You know what I'm saying? Do all that. And then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'm off. And then we just going to run. But I'm going to do some like vlogs in the interim. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody. I'm out. Shout out to Trump, the new president-elect.